Hello there. Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 7 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here again to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Specifically, how to use my life from the top of the mind philosophy to bring more clarity, confidence, creativity to everything you do. Today I want to look at the concept of trust. There is a quote that I'm sending out to those 6,000 folks on my quote list. By the way, if you would like to receive one of my favorite quotes each week, all you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com. Just Google Bill Crawford. I'll come up on the first page. Go to the subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Put your name and email address in. Each week I will send you one of my favorite quotes along with 2 or 3 paragraphs about how to apply the quote to life. And I'm putting a short video with that each time. So if that's something you'd like, feel free to go do that. The quote is one of mine. It talks about trust and it talks about knowledge. It says, until we know the true cause of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and the thoughts, emotion, and actions of others, we won't know who or what to trust. And I think knowing who and what to trust is a big deal, not only in terms of can we trust another person, but can we trust, the voices inside our head? Can we trust the feelings we're having? Can we trust the tendencies we have, the intuition? Is that something we can really rely on? And I think understanding all of that has to do with really looking at the science behind that, the true cause of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and the thoughts, emotions, and actions of others. For those of you who follow my life from the top of the mind philosophy, you know this has to do with how the brain processes information. I got these 3 parts of the brain. Lower part of the brain is called the brainstem, the lower brain. This is where our fight or flight responses are located. Middle part of the brain is called the limbic system. This is the part of the brain that acts as a scanner, processor, router part of the brain. It kind of scans incoming data and either routes it down to the brainstem or up to the upper 80% of the brain, the neocortex, what I call the top of the mind, where we have access to our best interpersonal skills, problem-solving skills, clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion. This is where we know truly what's going on. So here's the thing. This middle part of the brain, its mission on the planet is to keep us safe from danger. And it has a tendency to overinterpret anything negative as dangerous. So when we have a negative thought, the limbic system interprets that as dangerous, throws us into that lower brain, and we find ourselves reacting from an either depressed or angry or frustrated or overwhelmed perspective, stressed, whatever. The problem is we generally can't deal with life from this lower 20% of the brain because it's really only designed to react to situations when there is a danger present. Other people, when they are angry or stressed or frustrated or annoyed or upset with us, they're coming from that lower part of the brain as well. And so we got to be careful about trusting that either in ourselves and others when danger really isn't present. Now, when danger is present, someone's coming at us with a gun, hey, that lower brain is great. We need to react without thinking. Anytime you're in a situation where you need to react without thinking, you can trust that limbic system lower brain reaction. What we want to do, I think, is get really clear about if we were bringing our best to a situation, our best thoughts, our best perspective, our best awareness. There's a quote from Albert Einstein that I use in all my books and all my presentations that says, problems cannot be solved at the same level of awareness that created them. I really like that because I think it begins to help us understand the importance of awareness. That's why I like to talk about clarity, confidence, and creativity in that order. We got to have some clarity about where our thoughts are coming from. So there's 4 questions I encourage people to ask. Number 1, is this thought, emotion, or action been chosen on purpose? Did I decide to be this way or do I just find myself being this way? Number 2, how's it working for me? Is it effective? Is it helping me create the life I want? Is this frustration or stress or anger or fear really serving me? Number 3, is this the way I want to be defined? Is this the statement I want to make about who I am? I am a person who reacts to blank with this. And number 4, probably the most powerful, would I teach or recommend this way of being to my child, my children, or someone I love? See, those are what I call top-of-the-mind questions. They allow us to bring a certain amount of clarity to our thoughts, our emotions, our actions. If we say, yep, I'm doing this on purpose, it's really working for me, it is exactly how I want to be defined, and I would certainly recommend it to someone I love, we can generally trust that emotion, that perspective, because it's coming from the part of the brain that it's the purposeful part of the brain, not the reactive part of the brain. But if we ask that question and go, no, I'm really not doing this on purpose. It's not really working for me. I don't want to be defined this way. And no, I would never recommend this to someone I love. It's good information. It lets us know we're coming from that lower 20% of the brain. So whenever we're feeling anxious or worried or stressed or angry or resentful, something that has to do with a reaction, we probably don't want to trust that as a way of going forward. It doesn't mean there's not something in the situation that needs addressing, So it's not about we should never be angry or any of that kind of stuff. It's just that once we have the awareness of what needs to be addressed, then we want to make sure we're addressing it from the top of the mind. This is what I do. I get to go around the world teaching people how to access this clear, confident, creative, compassionate part of who you are, regardless of the situation. If you would like me to come and do this with your organization, your family, all you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com, or just Google Bill Crawford, Ph.D. Hit the contact button. Let me know what you're interested in, and I would love to talk with you about that. In the meantime, I'm hoping this understanding of where our thoughts, emotions, behaviors come from, the true cause of them, can help us know what to trust. So, here is to you, bringing more clarity, confidence, creativity to everything you do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.